Donald Trump Jr., who was in court again this morning. There he is. You hear the protesters chanting, crime family, and that is basically what these people are, a crime family, a very dumb crime family, the Gambozos, if you will, and I mean, that son of a bitch, you know, is really unbelievable.
Mr. Son of a bitch.
I mean,
Mr. Son of a bitch.
His loyal. Yes, no, I never imagined that we'd ever have a president like this, and I hope we don't ever have another president like this again.
What in the world did I just witness? Donald Trump gave one of the most bizarre and deranged speeches in the White House yet. This was for a Hanukkah party at the White House. Donald Trump started just making noises, bing, bang, bing, bang. Here first, let's play this.
But I watched him go, bing, bing. He went bing, bing, and two massive 100,000-pound bombs.
Next, he talks about his golden ballroom, and it's $400 million, and it's going to be such a grand ballroom. It's going to be impenetrable glass, he says, because
the headline promises that Jimmy Kimmel destroyed both Don Jr. and Donald Trump together on live television. Let's investigate what actually happened, because the truth is more interesting than one viral destruction moment. Here's what you need to know up front. There's no single live TV moment where Kimmel destroyed both Donald Trump and Don Jr. together. What actually exists is far better. Jimmy Kimmel has been systematically roasting both of them, separately and together, across dozens of monologues over multiple years. The clickbait wants you to believe there was one epic takedown.
Trump by 16 points. I'm at +3, he's at -13. It's nice, but it feels like, considering the fact that I'm not a convicted felon friend of Jeffrey Epstein, and I've never paid off a star or sent a team of masked goons into a park to pull an old lady away from her grandchildren, I feel like my rating should be higher, maybe, than...
Someone, by the way, who, if he was a king, probably would just reopen the government, but it hasn't worked that way. If he was a king, he probably would have never left the office the first time. If he was a king, he wouldn't allow his government to prosecute and persecute him.
This is what the American people are thinking about now. What the hell is he talking about? Here, play this clip.
For 150 years, they've wanted a ballroom, and we're giving them, myself and donors are giving them, free of charge, for nothing. We're donating a building that's approximately 400 million. I think I'll do it for less, but it's 400. I should do it for less. I will do it for less. But just in case I say 400, otherwise if I go $3 over, the press will say it costs more. I build under budget and ahead of schedule, right, Jason? Always.
But the real story is that Kimmel has turned mocking the Trump family into an art form. Hit that like button as we dive into the real history. Jimmy Kimmel has been hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live since 2003, but his relationship with Donald Trump became truly adversarial when Trump entered politics. Kimmel discovered something powerful. Trump hates being mocked, and making fun of him drives ratings. Trump became Kimmel's muse, the target he returns to night after night because he knows it bothers Trump in ways that make the president lose his mind on social media.
His most recent video, I noticed something that I want you to take a look at.
We've seen the insanity of what's going on in the last few years, and we're just here to call that out.
Okay, now zoom in if you can, because he's got two empty frames on his shelf. Those are pictures of his friends. He's showing off all the fun times he had with Dad when he was a kid.
He brings up Miriam Adelson, the billionaire who gave him $250 million in the last election. And she says that Alan Dershowitz is here. Dershowitz, who got the massages with Epstein, but says his underwear was on the whole time. Epstein lawyer, Trump's lawyer. And then she says, I'll give you $250 million, Donald, to run again in 2028. And then people start chanting. What am I even watching right now? Here, play this clip.
And now I met Alan Dershowitz, and he said the legal thing about 4 more years. And I said, Alan, I agree with you. So We can do it.
The most famous Kimmel versus Trump moment, which we've already covered in another video, happened at the 2024 Oscars when Kimmel read Trump's Truth Social attack on him live during the ceremony. That wasn't about Don Jr. at all. That was pure Trump versus Kimmel. Then there was the September 2025 suspension when ABC pulled Kimmel's show off the air after FCC pressure, which again had nothing to do with Don Jr. Those were father versus comedian battles. But what about Don Jr.? Where does he fit into this ongoing war? The answer is everywhere.
Gwen Waltz, bye-bye Donald Trump. You know, it goes on and on. There's a list. We just put it out on X. All of these high-powered Democrat officials, the people that, oh, we got to tone down the rhetoric. They're the ones doing all the rhetoric, Carl. But it's typical Democrat projection, okay? They accuse everyone else of doing the things that they're doing. They scream and yell just like they've been talking about democracy and calling everyone they don't like a fascist while censoring, jailing their political opponents, and so on and so forth.
Imagine telling somebody that your money is tied up in Don Jr. gold, right? They'd put you in a mental hospital.
Think about it. Second. Yeah.
She said, think about it. I'll give you another 250. But her husband, Sheldon, was an amazing guy.
Then Donald Trump says that he's done so much for Israel that he has to read it. Look, I have pages, he says. I have pages. Then he just starts pulling out pages. Play this clip.
Happy Hanukkah. And this is the first time that I've ever brought up notes to make a speech for. We call them the Christmas dinners. I call them the Christmas Hanukkah dinners, if that's okay. I hope you don't mind.
Kimmel doesn't just go after Donald Trump. He goes after the entire Trump family. And Don Jr.
As upset as his fellow Republicans pretend to be, no one is more perturbed right now than Trump's most disappointing son.
And guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Trump already beat Stormy Daniels in court? Like, in all fairness, isn't she paying his legal bills or something like that? I don't know.
His hands move faster than his brain. They're what is it? It's like if Jim Henson had no puppets.
I call them New Year's dinners too, but I've made about 20 of them so far. I never had any others. I brought this up. You know why? I've done so much for Israel that I have to read. Look at it. I got pages. And I don't want to leave anything out. I don't want to leave Golan Heights out. I want to tell you what we did. But it's an honor to help you. I have so many friends, and a lot of you are right in this audience.
Then he has Mark Levin, the Fox host. Mark Levin then shows up, and Levin's like, yes, we have the first Jewish president. Donald Trump is Jewish.
Not supposed to rely on a big five accounting firm, like one of the biggest accounting firms in the world. I can pay them millions of dollars. I rely on them to do accounting, but I'm supposed to know more than them. By this logic, insurance companies are going to start suing patients for listening to their doctors. Right? Do you understand? Am I supposed to know more? Oh, Don Jr. doesn't know anything about it. I'm not an accountant. I'm a business guy.
I'm a business guy who had his elbows soldered together, and now.
Did you know today that the Coast Guard actually implemented its plan to allow swastikas, implemented its plan to allow Confederate flags and nooses? Remember when that was reported, and then Trump's regime said fake news, and then they said, no, it's true, but we're not doing it. No, swastikas, Coast Guard, while they're doing this Hanukkah party, pisses me off. Here, play this clip.
6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, this is our first Jewish president. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
Yes, sir. Bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening. But
And you are the greatest
thank
president.
you very much.
And God bless you.
We're learning much more about the Orange Goblin, Donald Trump, and what went down, or more accurately, did not go down on January 6th. You may remember for 3 hours, Trump just hung out saying nothing while a violent crowd attacked the Capitol. He was watching from the White House, soaking it all in. So Liz Cheney...
He's not going to stop. He's going to keep fighting. The same resolve that he had in Butler, Pennsylvania, when he came back defiant after getting shot in the face.
Donald Trump brags about all the money that Miriam Adelson gave, $250 million. And one of the things that Miriam Adelson really wanted was the embassy to be moved in Israel, the U.S. embassy to Jerusalem. And that was a big push of hers. And here's what Donald Trump said. Here, play this clip.
From day one, but I think it's okay if we ask Miriam Adelson. Do you want to come up, Miriam? Come up here, Miriam. Miriam gave my campaign, indirectly and directly, $250 million. She was number one.
How you doing over there? I'm doing real good. The important thing for DJ TJ isn't necessarily defending his father and the Trump family.
When somebody can give you $250 million, I think that we should give her the opportunity to say hello. And Miriam, make it quick, because $250 million is not what it used to be. Okay? Hello, darling. Come on. Incredible woman with a great husband, a man that loved Israel.
Then Donald Trump said the reason he likes Mark Levin, that's how Mark Levin talks. The reason he likes Mark Levin is that every Saturday and Sunday I watch him and he says how much he loves me.
The only thing that would make it worse is if somebody changed the lyrics to a song by his beloved Village People to drive it home.
Taco, taco man. I want to be a taco man. Taco, taco man. Yeah. I've got to be a taco. Taco, taco man. I want to be a taco man. Taco, taco man. I've got to be a taco.
Hey, he wanted to be a macho man. We got Taco Man instead. This could be the new YMCA. They can play it at rallies. You can do TACO. Right?
So therefore, I like him. Here, play this clip.
And much more importantly, his much more brilliant wife. Where are you? There you are. Would you come on up here, both of you? Get up here. Get up here. Look, every Saturday, every Sunday, I'm forced to watch television to listen to this guy talk about how freaking great I am. Because he does like Trump. There's no question about it.
Then Donald Trump goes into a racist, xenophobic, and hateful attack against AOC and other Congress members and says, you have to be vigilant. You have to be careful.
Jr. was not at Daddy Donald's last night. The prodigal son was being grilled as part of the $250 million case against their business. There he is, tiny soprano. I wonder what's going through his head right now.
I should have worn makeup.
Oh, yeah, good one. Here's the thing about Don Jr. What he lacks in intelligence, he also lacks in charisma. So, and as with all cases involving the family Trump, DJ TJ was sworn in on an upside-down Bible. He will finish his testimony tomorrow, and then Eric will testify, and then Trump will claim he's never met either one of them. But it's getting serious. There's even some worry Don Jr. could be tried as an adult in this one. Trump was not there in person to support his sons. He had a Halloween party.
They're anti-Semitic. Here, play this clip.
That's no longer true. You have to be very careful. You have a Congress in particular, which is becoming anti-Semitic. You have AOC +3. You have those people, Ilhan Omar. She hates Jewish people. And you have to be very careful because there's been a big change. You know, if you go back 15 years ago, I'm not Jewish, but my father was very friendly with many, many Jewish people, was honored by Federation. I would go with him to Federation of Jewish Philanthropies and many other things.
Then there's more discussion, if you want to even call it more.
Perturbed right now than Trump's most disappointing son.
And guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Trump already beat Stormy Daniels in court? Like, in all fairness, like, isn't she like paying his legal bills or something like that? I don't know.
His hands move faster than his brain. They're like, I mean, what is it? It's like if Jim Henson had no puppets. How you doing over there? I'm doing real good. The important thing for DJ TJ isn't necessarily defending his father in the Trump family. What's most important is this.
The other thing that you should be watching is the insanity going on in the market right now. So I want to make sure that I take the time to tell you about another one of our great sponsors.
Words coming out of his mouth about his golden ballroom. Play this clip.
I think it'll be the greatest ballroom anywhere in the world. But I said, who else but in our country would sue to stop a $400 million beautiful ballroom that people have been after for the White House? The White House has wanted a ballroom for 150 years.
Again, I just want you to take a step back for a second, right? While he's doing this and bragging about his golden ballroom, unemployment ticked up to 4.6% today. Manufacturing seems all but in a recession right now. We're in a hiring recession in general right now. The only area where there's actual job growth is education and healthcare, two areas that are under vicious attack by the MAGA Republicans.
Every time Trump or Don Jr. does something ridiculous, Kimmel turns it into comedy that millions watch and share. The headline promises one epic takedown, but the reality is 1,000 small cuts delivered with surgical precision. In the age of clickbait, understanding the difference matters. One destruction moment is entertaining but forgettable. A sustained campaign of mockery that uses the son against the father, exposes hypocrisy, reveals grift, and gets under the president's skin so badly he demands you be fired? That's the real story. And that's exactly what Jimmy Kimmel has been doing to Donald Trump and Don Jr. for years.